We've been here at IFA in Berlin for the past week or so, scouring every hall at Messe Berlin to see what are the best gadgets that IFA has to offer this year. So here's our list of the best gadgets that we've seen in Berlin this year, starting with the Samsung Micro RGB TV. Now this TV was not actually announced at IFA this week. It was actually announced a couple of weeks ago, but it is here on display where we're able to actually see it. So this is a 115-inch micro LED RGB TV. So these are RGB micro LEDs that are backlighting the TV, and it does make a very big difference. And if you see the side-by-side comparison at Samsung's booth, which we do have a picture which we'll toss into the video here, it does make a pretty big difference. Now Samsung is saying that this is the world's first, and that's true, even though you might have remembered that Hisense and TCL put out RGB TVs back at CES. Those are RGB mini LEDs, LED TVs, which are slightly larger LEDs versus the micro LED. Next up we have the Xlean TR1. Now this is a very interesting robot vacuum. So essentially it's a robot vacuum that can also be used as a regular upright vacuum. So there's a handle that you can attach and detach to the vacuum, to the robot vacuum, and mop your floors like normal. It's the world's first dual form transformable washing robot. And the demos look very promising, so we're excited to get this in our hands and test it out in the coming months. Sticking with those robot vacuums, Eufy, one of Anchor's sub-brands, also has a robot vacuum, or is more of an attachment for the robot vacuum. So this is for the Eufy Omni S1 Pro, and it's called Morris Walker. It essentially carries the robot vacuum upstairs, up a flight of stairs for you, which is really the only issue left with the robot vacuum. So it's good to see that Eufy is fixing this. But they're not the only ones. However, I do believe that Eufy has the best way of getting it up the stairs. Next up is the ShiftCam Explorer series. So essentially this is a telephoto lens that you can attach to an iPhone, and it's going to be coming to a few Android phones like the Pixel 10 Pro XL, the Galaxy S25 Ultra, and the Xiaomi 15 Ultra in just a couple of weeks. But it's a lens attachment that you can attach with one of their cases, and it pretty much doubles the periscope focal length of the periscope camera on your phone. So most of it is 5x, so it'll go up to 10x. And there are also adapters to bring in macro photography, and then also double it to 20x and even up to 40x. And our short hands-on time with it, it did look pretty impressive, and we really can't wait to see it come out in the next few weeks. Moving on to SwitchBot with the AceMate. This is a tennis robot. It's the first tennis robot for real rally play, and it actually has mechanism reels on board that will be able to move the robot at about 5 meters per second. So it's able to catch the ball, serve the ball, and also analyze your shot because there are 2 cameras on either side. Now Lenovo, they weren't actually technically at IFA. Their event was before IFA, but they did have a concept laptop that we were really excited about, which is the ThinkBook VertaFlex. So essentially this is a ThinkBook laptop, but the display can rotate, so you can have it as a landscape display or a portrait display. Now when I first heard about this, I thought it was going to be pretty gimmicky, but I was very surprised at how great it actually works in real life and how smooth it is to rotate the display. I can actually rotate it with just one hand. Now Artronic Designs also brought their commuter earbuds, which are going to be coming to Kickstarter, so that's technically not really a real product, but it's supposed to be costing about 89 euros. These are MagSafe earbuds that can attach to the back of your phone, and this isn't just for the iPhone. It'll also work with Qi 2 devices like the Pixel 10 and even Qi 2 ready devices like the Galaxy S25. So it can charge over Qi 2, attach to your phone, and even be used as a kickstand. Now finally for LG, this isn't actually a product, but they did have their AI appliance orchestra. So they have a bunch of washers, dryers, refrigerators at one end of their booth that were actually acting as an orchestra. It was a really cool experience. You know, LG always does something cool like this at these trade shows. CES, they've done things like the OLED Canyon when you walk into one of the halls, and then here we have the appliance orchestra done by AI. So that's all of the cool stuff that we saw at IFA this year. Now we did give out a lot of awards, I think around 25. So make sure to head over to androidheadlines.com to check out all the products that we gave awards to. And if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.